Welcome back to another episode of Mo Said So. I'm your host Mo. I'm here to spread some love, some positive thinking, and some healthy well-being. Today's show is bullying and the effects of bullying on everybody. Bullying can affect the person getting bullied, the person that's doing the bullying, and the people witnessing the bullying. Now, how does it affect the people being bullied? Well, depression and anxiety, increased feelings of sadness and loneliness, changes in their sleeping patterns and eating patterns, loss of interest in activities that they at one time enjoyed. These bullies are causing depression. They're causing decreased academic achievement, decreased test scores, class participation. They also put the thoughts of skipping school, of missing classes, into people's heads because they're afraid to come to school. 12 in 15 school shootings in the 1990s had to do with people being bullied, to this extreme point that these people lost their minds and they brought guns to school, and that's how they dealt with their problem, by killing people, by injuring people, because they had nowhere else to run to. They were so afraid, and they finally had enough. Now, the bullies themselves, if they continue in this repeated bullying activities, they will continue this through into their adult lives, and this will increase their times of getting into violence and fights. It increases the chances of alcohol abuse or drug abuse. It also increases the chances of criminal activities, early sexual activities, abuse as they grow up to their adult lives, abuse against their family, friends, loved ones. Now, how does it affect the people actually witnessing the bullying? Well, they say that they too also will have an increased chance of using alcohol, tobacco, or other drugs. They also have an increased chance of mental health problems, including depression and anxiety. They also have the chance of missing or skipping school due to the fear factor of thinking that they may be bullied one day. Now, people directly relate suicides and bullying together. They are related, but bullying itself is not the only factor that push children, people, adults into suicide. You know, there's other issues like problems at home, like depression, anxiety. Now, how do we stop bullying? How do we stop it? Well, adults, kids, you need to stop it right at the spot. A quick response. Do not let it escalate. Back up the person being bullied. Lend them your voice. Congregate with your friends, maybe. Tell them to help you out to stop this person from bullying other people. Like I said, tell an adult, tell a teacher, tell someone that's close to help you out. And I know there's someone out there that will help you. You might even have to take it into your own hands if you're brave enough. And I hope the repercussions are only positive. Find out what happened. Find out why this person is being bullied. Maybe even address the bully himself or herself and say, why are you bothering that kid for? Maybe after he gets that question asked to him a few times and he can't answer it, maybe he'll start understanding that he has no reason to be bullying this person or she. Support the kids involved. Support the individual that's getting bullied. Maybe he or she doesn't have many friends. Be a friend to them. Maybe tell them to hang around you or something so that maybe that bully will feel intimidated now that you're hanging around people that might stand up for you. Like I said, be more than a bystander. Don't just stand there and give this bully an audience. I know people, for some reason, like seeing fights. Like myself at the start, I enjoyed seeing a fight or two until I got into a fight and I started feeling the effects of being in a fight. Physically, mentally. Knowing how it feels to be in a fight. It's not a good thing. You shouldn't be proud of yourself. You shouldn't be happy that you've either injured someone or someone has injured you. Life is not about that. Life is to love people, to be in camaraderie with people, to enjoy your time on earth. And I know fighting and bullying is definitely not one of the reasons why we're on this earth. We gotta cut that out. Now, how do we stop it? Like I said, don't give bullying an audience. Help them get away. Help the person that's getting bullied get away. Maybe you just step in there and just grab a hold of the person and just start walking him away. And if that guy's or girl is saying, hey, where you go? What are you doing? You say, leave him alone or leave her alone. He's had enough. I've had enough of seeing you torment this person. And maybe someone will step in. And more people will step in. I know I've been in scenarios where right after one person spoke up and said, leave that individual alone, it was like a flurry, an audience of people just yelling at the person to leave that person alone. The bully might have thought he was cool at that moment to start a fight. Maybe he or she was jealous of someone else and thought that was the only way to deal with the problem was physically hurting or mentally abusing someone. That's not right. We need to come together as good people against the bad people, against the negativity. Like I said, we need to fight the good fight. And it's going to be infectious, I'll tell you. There will be people around you that feel the same way and think the same way about it, but at that moment, maybe they were afraid. Maybe they thought they were the only person there that didn't want to see the fight, that didn't want to see the bully. I don't think so. I think there's a lot of people. Just people are afraid or embarrassed to speak up. Don't be embarrassed. Be confident. Confidence will be another show that, believe me, will bring you to a next level. In your life, in your work life, in your personal life, in your family life. Be confident. If you're doing something good, be confident in that. Because if it is good, I'm sure the effects are only positive. The ripple effect will only be positive. I had that problem where I was first a bully. I was the cool guy. But when I got into an area, a certain part of town, where no one knew me, I got bullied. And that feeling of being bullied, of being physically injured, I did not want that feeling to ever happen to myself or to anybody else. Anybody, even the people I did not know. I did not want that to happen anymore. So I took it upon myself to change my decisions in that point in my life. And I became the positive person. The person to defend the person being bullied. The person to step in. Knowing that I might myself get injured, I didn't care. I just knew that feeling that I felt didn't just last that moment. It lasted years, months. Some people can't shake it off. They run into depression. They run into different kind of physical and mental health issues. So help these people out. Be a good Samaritan. Know that the stuff that you do will come tenfold back to you. I just want to say I appreciate you taking the time out again to tuning in to my show, and hope that you take a little bit of my positive thinking, my positive actions, and instill them in your life and help me start the ripple effect. Help yourself, help the people around you, and only good things will happen. Peace, love, and I'll talk to you soon.